client was supposed to close, their closing date was yesterday, and in the evening they couldn't close the deal. If you guys want to know what the reason was, stick around, because in this video I'm going to share, and it is really important for you to know that a small simple thing could be a big hindrance in your closing. So stick around, because as I mentioned, I'll be sharing in this video the reason why the deal wasn't closed. Hi everybody, this is Rita JT, a real estate broker with Century 21 Innovative, and as I mentioned that my clients whose deal was supposed to close yesterday, it did not close for one simple reason. And let me tell you, everything was perfect. The mortgage, the deposits, the money, finance, lending, everything was there. But one small thing, that was they forgot to get their home insurance. This wasn't their first property, and they were told to get to get the home insurance, but it slipped their mind, and they thought that because they already had purchased a property and they didn't have to have the insurance at the time of closing, but that was a condo. For condominium, it is okay because your building insurance is covered in your maintenance. What you need is just the content insurance. So they thought that for this property, because this is a freehold property, and they thought that in this also, once we close, we will get the insurance. Though they were repeatedly reminded, and for somehow they got busy and they forgot. So, and then they started calling all different brokerages, and insurance brokerages. So they will ask you several different questions regarding the size, the electrical wires, how old the property is, where the property is, and what is the condition of the property, how old is the furnace, the roof. There are several different questions. They need to be answered. They need to have all that information before they would agree to give you the insurance. And that wasn't a very simple or straightforward property, because that property also had a waterfront. So that was another challenge. But anyway, we all worked hard to get the insurance, and now the deal will be closing on Monday. But with this, there is another important thing attached, because I do not prefer, and I always advise my clients not to have their closing date on Friday. But here we had to have a Friday because we did not have any other choice based on the seller's request, because the sellers had bought another property, so there were a couple of deals attached to each other. So we had to choose Friday. But my strong suggestions to all my clients and to you guys is also that please do not have your closing dates on Fridays, because in case if some issue comes up, at least you are able to close it next day. Sometimes everything is perfectly fine on the closing date, but the funds come so late, and the paperwork and the closing is after 5. But you cannot register the property because all the offices will be closed after 5. So if you have like Wednesday, Thursday, at least you have Friday to do the closing. But now if your closing date is Friday, then Saturday, Sunday, 2 days, you have to depend on Monday, and if there are penalties, that will be on the buyers to pay all those penalties, and sometimes these penalties could be really huge. So my suggestion is that when you're purchasing a house, please make sure that you have home insurance in place before you close the deal. And the closing date, when you're putting an offer, your realtor is putting an offer, please tell them not to have Fridays as your closing dates. Thank you so much for listening to me. And if you like this video, please share with your friends. Please like it and subscribe the channel. And my details are in the description box below. So feel free to write any comment or questions you have. I'll be more than happy to answer those. Thanks again. Bye.